how to work with tables. A table is a database object which is used to store information in an organized manner. It consists of rows and columns with small rectangles called cells, where rows and columns intersect. These rows and columns are referred to as records and fields respectively. Each cell of data in a table is a part of both a field and a record. A field is a named unit of information. It stores one type of information about all the objects or items. Student, before we move further, can you just let me know what is a relational database? Each field has a data type that determines the type of values that can be stored under it. The type of data contained within a field is described by the title at the top of each field, known as field names. The field names that you define should give a clear understanding about their contents. It is essential to create a structure for a table before entering data in it. Let us discuss about data types. Data types are used to declare the fields of a table. A data type determines the type of data a particular field can accept. Once the data type is defined, you cannot enter a different type of data in it. If you try to do so, an error message will be displayed. The following table describes the different available data types in MS Access 2010. Data types, text, functions. It is used to store text or a combination of text and numbers that does not require calculation, such as address, phone numbers, etc. The fields with this data type can have maximum of 255 characters. Number stores numeric information that you can use for calculations. A number data can store integer values as well as decimal values. The maximum size of a number field can be 16 bytes. Memo stores text and numbers up to 65,536 characters. It is used for descriptive fields such as notes, comments, description, etc. Date or time stores date type information like date of birth, date of joining, date of leaving, etc. The maximum size used by this data type is 8 bytes. Calculations related to dates can be done in this field type. Auto number generates a sequential number whenever a new record is added to a table. The value in the auto number field cannot be changed. It stores data as 4-byte values, typically used in primary keys. Yes or no. It is used at places where the field can have only one possible value. It can either be true or false, yes or no, or on or off. Example, a student can either be a male or a female. OLE. It stands for Object Linking and Embedding. It is used to embed an object created in another application, such as Microsoft Word document, Excel spreadsheet, or PowerPoint presentation into the Access table. It stores up to 2 GB of data. Hyperlink. The hyperlink data type can store links to web pages, websites, files on an intranet or LAN on your computer. It stores up to 1 GB of data. Lookup wizard. A lookup wizard helps you to create a field whose values are chosen from the values in another table, query, or list of values. By default, the Access sets lookup fields to the number data type. Attachment. This data type allows you to attach images, spreadsheet files, documents, charts, and other types of supported files to the records in your database, much similar to the manner you attach files to emails. Calculated. This data type is used when a user creates table fields that calculate values. The calculations can include values from fields in the same table as well as built-in Access functions. This data type is used mostly in case of queries, forms, and tables. Rich text. Text or combination of text and numbers that can be formatted using color and font controls. Okay, before we move further, let me know the difference between text data type and memo data type. Okay, students, now we will discuss about views of a table. You can work on a table in two views, design view and data sheet view. Design view. In design view of the table, you can enter the field names, their data types, and description. The design view is divided into two parts. Field grid pane. In this pane, you can define the field names, their data types, and description. Field properties pane. This section is used to set properties for the field defined in the table. Data sheet view. The data sheet view is used to enter data in a table. When you double-click the table name in the navigation pane, it opens the table in the data sheet view. Switching between views. Microsoft Access allows you to switch from one view to another by following either of the two options. Click on the View option in the Views group on the Home tab to change the desired view. Or click on the Design View or Data Sheet View buttons at the right corner of the status bar. Students, let us know more that you can also create a table by selecting the Table Design option in the Tables group. A new table opens in the Design view. Okay, students, let us now learn how to create a table. A table can be created in various ways. They are creating tables in Design view, creating tables by using templates, creating tables in Data Sheet view. In this chapter, you will learn how to create a table in the Design view. This view lets you design the structure of a table by specifying the field names, data types, and their properties. Follow the given steps to create a table. In Database window, click on the Create tab and select the Table option in the Tables group. A new table will be created in the database. Click on the View button, drop-down arrow in the Views group and choose Design View from the drop-down menu. The Save As dialog box appears. Define the table name and click on OK button. A blank table will open in the Design view displaying the three columns named Field Name, Data Type, and Description. A new tab named Design appears in the ribbon. Access automatically creates a primary key and assigns it a field name, ID, and the data type auto number. You will notice that a key symbol appears next to the field. Enter the name for other fields in the Field Name column. Press the Tab key to move the Data Type column. By default, text appears in the Data Type column. Click on the drop-down arrow that appears when you click in the Data Type field. Select the desired data type from the displayed list. Press the Tab key to move to the Description column. In this column, you can give any comments related to the field. This is an optional step. Press the Tab key again and the cursor will move to the Field Name column in the next row. Repeat this process until you create all the required fields of a table and set their properties. Let us take a quick view. Press Ctrl+W to save the changes and close the table. Students, note that a field name can have up to 64 characters including space. Student, note that the fields can be added or deleted later on in a table by opening the table in Design view. On the Design tab, select the Insert Rows option in the Tools group. A new blank row will be inserted at the selected position. Define the name, data type, and properties for the new field. To delete any row, select the row and click on the Design tab. Then go to Tools group. Then go to Delete Rows button. Okay, students, note that the field property is an attribute that defines the field's appearance or behavior within a database. Primary key. A primary key is a check on the table that uniquely identifies each record in a table. It does not contain any duplicate data. A table can have only one primary key. Access uses the primary key to relate the table's record to those in another table. Let's understand it with the example of student table. As you all know that each student in a class has a unique roll number, which cannot be assigned to any other student. Hence, roll number can be defined as a primary key to uniquely identify each record. Alright, now we will learn how to set a primary key. To set the primary key, follow the steps given below. In Design View, click on the field that you want to set as the primary key. The selected field will be highlighted. Click on the primary key button present on the Design tab, or right-click on the field and select Primary Key option from the context menu. The field will be set as the primary key, indicated by a small key in the Field Selector column. Click on the Close button on the table window. Access prompts a message window reminding us to save changes. Click on the Yes button to save the changes. The table will be closed. Let me share a tip with you. The primary key is a toggle key. To remove the primary key property from a field, select that field and click on the primary key button. Alright students, now let me tell you how to enter data in a table. After finalizing structure of a table in Design View, if you want to enter data in it, you need to open it in the Data Sheet view. Follow these steps to open the table in the Data Sheet view and enter data in it. Select the table from the navigation pane. Double-click on the table. The table will open and it will look like an Excel spreadsheet displaying all the fields defined in the structure. Apart from fields, you will also find a blank row with an asterisk symbol. Type the data in the appropriate fields. Press either the Enter or Tab key to move to the next field. When the data is entered in a row, a new blank row will appear automatically. You can insert any number of records in a table. You can view the record numbers at the bottom of the screen in the Record navigation bar. Let me share a tip now. Press the Shift plus Tab key to move to the previous field. If you press the Tab key on the last field, the cursor automatically jumps to the next row. You can also find any record in the currently open table by searching it using the Record search box. Place the cursor in the search box in the Record navigation bar. Type a word that appears in the record you would like to find and press Enter. To view additional records that match your search, press Enter again. Students, let us understand how to add and save records. To add a new record, you can add a new record to a table in 3 ways. Select the New command on the Home tab in the Records group, or click on the New Blank Record button on the Record navigation bar at the bottom of the Access window, or simply start typing in the row below the last added record. To save a record, select the Home tab and locate the Records group. Click on the Save command. Students know the fact to go to a specific record in Datasheet view, press Alt plus F5 key. The cursor will appear in the current record box. Type the record number and press the Enter key. Let me explain you about editing records in a table. After entering data in a table, sometimes it is required to make changes in the database. This can be done in various ways. To edit a record directly, scroll through the records or use the record navigation buttons to find the record to edit. Double-click the cell where you want to make changes. Type the information into the field. A pencil icon appears to indicate the edit mode. Click outside the record to apply the change. Adding and deleting a field. Open a table in database view. Right-click on the field name where you want to insert a field. The context menu appears. Select the Insert Field option. The new field named as Field 1 will be inserted before the selected field. To delete a field, follow the steps given below. Select the field by clicking on the field name and press the Delete key, or right-click on the field name and select the Delete Field option from the context menu. A dialog box appears asking for your confirmation. Click Yes to confirm the deletion. Click No if you want to cancel the deletion. Students note that, likewise, by right-clicking on a particular field name, you can hide or unhide the field. Students, let us take a quick view. To rename a field, double-click on it and type a new name for it. Moving a field. Open the table in Datasheet view, select the field header. Drag and drop the field to the desired location. While dragging, you will find a dark line appearing between the fields. This indicates the position where the field will be placed. As you release the mouse button, the selected field will be placed at the new location. Now we will discuss about sorting data within a table. You can sort data within a table with respect to a particular field, either in an ascending or descending order. To sort the data, follow the steps given below. Select the field that you wish to sort. Click on the drop-down arrow next to the right of the field. Select either Sort Smallest to Largest or Sort Largest to Smallest option from the drop-down list. Observe the change in the database. Okay, students, now let me give you some important tips. The sort buttons, ascending or descending on the Home tab, is another way to sort the data. To clear your sort, click on the Remove Sort command on the Home tab in the Sort and Filter group. Okay, students, let us take a recap of this chapter. A table is a database object which is used to store information in an organized manner. A field is a named unit of information. It stores one type of information about all the objects or items. A data type determines the type of values that can be stored under it. You can work on a table in two views, Design View and Datasheet View. In Design View of table, you can enter the field names, their data types, and description. The Datasheet view is used to enter data in a table. A primary key is a sort of check on the table that uniquely identifies each record in a table. It does not contain any duplicate data. Sorting can be done within a table with respect to a particular field, either in an ascending or descending order.